Q60 is a rebadging of the 2013 Infiniti G37 Coupe. Not much has changed on the car, but with us today we have the white Q60 and also the Malbec black Infiniti Q60 IPL. And the IPL is the Infiniti Performance Line, a little extra horsepower and a little bit extra styling. So let's take a quick 360-degree look around these two cars. Come and take a look around the Q60 here with me. Now this Q60 is a Q60S, meaning that it automatically includes the sport package with these 19-inch wheels. Take a peek around the back. And what you'll notice about the IPL version is that it is more with its bodywork. So if you can see, the rocker panels here on the side are flared out for more ground effect, as opposed to the Q60 here. The trunk lid spoiler gives it a more aggressive look from the rear, as opposed to the standard Q60 trunk, which has this chrome accent. And on the Q60 IPL, you've got a different rear bumper and much larger exhaust pipes. Now the exhaust pipes are one of the primary reasons that the IPL makes more horsepower. It's an additional 18 horsepower, and it definitely sounds very cool. Under the hood, you'll find the tried and true 3.7-liter 24-valve engine that makes 330 horsepower and 270 foot-pounds of torque. Motor Trend rated this engine at 0 to 60 at 5.2 seconds. Under the hood of the IPL, you'll find the same motor, however it's been juiced up with an extra 18 horsepower due largely to the high-flow dual exhaust. And there's no loss in MPG. So the Q60 comes with either a 7-speed automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual transmission. Now here's how it breaks out, because there are 6 different versions of the Q60. The IPL comes in either automatic or the manual. The Q60S, which includes a sport package, comes in either an automatic or a manual. The Q60 Journey, which is the base model, comes either in just an automatic rear-wheel drive or an automatic all-wheel drive, and those are the only 2 choices. So let's talk about the sport package for a second. The sport package includes these 19-inch wheels with sport brakes and a sport suspension. Inside the car, the sport package adds a couple of accents. First and foremost, the aluminum pedals that you see on the ground, the stitching along the seats here, the stitching on the inside of the steering wheel. The steering wheel gear is actually sport tuned, so it feels a little tighter in the handling. And you'll see these magnesium paddle shifters right here for the automatics. The IPL version includes all of the sport package features. However, the wheel is a midnight black wheel as opposed to just a standard aluminum finish. And on the inside of the IPL, you'll see that it has the IPL stitching on those sport seats. Since the Q60 is pretty much the same car as the old G37, except for the rebadging and the name change, of course, only 2 things have changed. 1, some colors have been deleted. So we've gotten rid of lapis blue and vibrant red, and 2, we've added a new color called Venetian ruby. There are 2 ways to open the trunk of the Infiniti Q60, either by the remote control on the key or by using this small chrome button which is inside the taillight. Let's take a quick measurement. The trunk is 41 inches wide at the opening, about 37 inches deep, and about 14 inches tall. Now, there is extra space inside here, like extra nooks that help you fit in large items like golf clubs. And in fact, Infiniti believes you can fit 2 golf clubs in here according to this diagram. One thing that they have added to the trunk, which I appreciate, is this small lever which helps you flip down the seat. So by pulling the lever, it unlocks it, and then you can toss the seat down and fit in like tall skis or, a lamp or anything that you have to carry around with you. So let's say it's a really hot day. Here's a great feature. The Q60 has a remote window opening feature. By holding the unlock key, you can actually roll the windows down from a distance. Now, this Infiniti Intelligent Key is meant to stay in your pocket or in your purse and allow you to get in the car, unlock it from the outside, jump inside, start it up using the push button start, drive to where you're going, and when you're all done, you can lock the car back up again without ever having to take the key out of your pocket. So let's cover the navigation and the technology inside of the Q60 Coupe. Let's start with the nav system. It's actually a hard drive based nav, so everything is loaded into the car. It is primarily used by your voice, but you can use the display panel up on the dash, which is, by the way, a touchscreen and also has a wheel and select knob. So to program a destination, we can start here with street address and then choose, let's say, our number with the wheel, or we can also just go ahead and type it in. Or if we wanted to do the entire process with our voice, let's go ahead and cancel this, go back to destination. We can use the button here on the wheel. Navigation.
Navigation. Please say destination.
Address.
Address. What state, please? For Canada.
California.
California. Please say the city name.
Mission Viejo.
Showing the matching cities. Please say a number from the
1.
1. Mission Viejo. Please say the street name or say
Marguerite Parkway.
showing the matching streets. Please say a
1.
1. Marguerite Parkway. Say the house number or say
28471.
28471.
Calculate route.
Calculating route.
And there you go. So it's easy to do with your voice while you're on the go, or you can do it with the panel or the touchscreen if you so prefer. So it gives you a lot of flexibility in choosing how you want to interact with the navigation system. So when you have the system active, obviously you can add and edit your waypoints, which is very simple. Check out your map. It actually has traffic information that comes through the Sirius and XM satellite radio system. One great thing about the navigation system is that it also includes weather reports. So by going to info, you can check out your weather information for the current area, and it'll give you the current status as well as a forecast, which is great. So one of the great features of the Q50 and the navigation system is that it's equipped with the Zagat rating system for restaurants. Zagat really rates a lot of the high-end stuff, and it is really very convenient to have all of that at your fingertips. So go into the nav system and go into places, and you'll see the Zagat button here on the top. Go into California and then pick any city. Let's do Aliso Viejo, it's nearby. Let's see. Let's do all. Now, it gives you sort options, which is great. So if you wanted to say, let's sort by distance, these are all of the Zagat rated places nearest to us. And if we wanted to select one, we can put it into our nav system. And there we go. So we can also get additional information from the guide and easily call them directly through the system. So we can see the ratings, gives you kind of the key here, right? And then the review. So it gives you, based on food, decor, the service, and the cost, kind of splits everything out, and also gives you the web address and all of that information, which is great. Okay, so let's try out the Bluetooth, see how it sounds.
Would you like to access
Phone.
phone? Please say
Dial number.
dial number. Please say the phone number starting with the area code.
949-916-4200.
9499.
Dial.
Dialing.
Thank you for calling Infiniti of Mission Viejo. This is Mariah. How may I direct your call?
Hey Mariah, it's Cedric. I'm in the Q60 outside. We're trying out the Bluetooth.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Thanks very much.
Perfect.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Thanks. And that's it. One thing that's actually great that somebody pointed out to me was that when you're sitting or standing next to the car, like let's say you're pulled up at a traffic light next to somebody, you really can't hear the navigation instructions or any of the telephone instructions being spoken, as opposed to, in a lot of cars you hear it kind of blaring out the windows and you're listening to their navigation instructions. So it's quite clear inside the car, but it pretty much ends there, which is great. So the Q60 that I'm in is equipped with a 6-speaker Bose audio system, and it runs off of either the hard drive jukebox that you can load music into, off of the CD or DVD slot that is right here in the front of the dash, off of the satellite radio system, of course off of AM and FM, and naturally you can plug in an auxiliary player like an iPod or your Android phone or something like that. One thing that I like about the audio system is that it still uses somewhat traditional knobs to change stations and alter the volume. It's not quite as high-tech as it needs to be, so it is still really very easy to use. It's really easy to program your station presets and access them, and of course using the steering wheel you can use obviously all of the audio controls like volume, changing the source, and by using the voice commands you can flip through all of the menus and switch back and forth between like phone and radio and navigation and all those things. And it's really quite simple to do so. So the backup camera is great in the Q60. When you put it in reverse, you not only get the guides here on the screen, but you also get kind of an orange indicator that shows you exactly where you are going with the steering wheel. And then of course there is an audio tone that lets you know when you're backing up close enough to something that you want to stop. Safety starts in the Q60 with the dual stage front airbags for both driver and passenger. The airbags are connected to sensors in the seat, so the Q60 knows whether it's an adult or a child sitting in the car. That's important so that when the airbag deploys, it can change the rate at which it is deployed. For side impact, there are roof curtain airbags that pop down, as well as these side impact torso airbags that inflate this way. But I think one of the best features are the pre-tensioners in the seat belts. Now the job of a pre-tensioner is to actually snug you back up into the seat very quickly at the point of impact so that when the airbag deploys, it's actually catching you instead of deploying into your face and causing more damage than it's worth. Every Q60 of course comes with anti-lock brakes and electronic brake force distribution, vehicle traction control, and stability control. For you enthusiasts out there, you can turn the traction control off right here on the dash. Whether you opt for the standard Q60 or the IPL version, the automatic gets 19 and 27 miles to the gallon for a combined 22. Now, if you think about it, the IPL gets an extra 18 horsepower but doesn't lose any fuel economy, which is great. If you choose to get one of the all-wheel drive versions, the numbers are more like 18 and 25. And a manual is 17 and 25. Lastly, I want to leave you with some pricing on the Infiniti Q60. So the base model starts at $40,400, goes up from there. The S model, like this, starts at $45,500, and if you step up to the IPL version, it starts at $51,200 and goes up. So if you have any additional questions, feel free to ask or stop by and see one of our specialists. And if you would like to see our inventory of Q60s, please use the link in the video description. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.